No matter where you end up inside a prison, one thing you must always do is protect yourself. Especially when you're behind them closed doors. Now, not everybody that they place you near or around inside a prison, you're going to get along with. And some of them are going to try to put down on you. For this video here, I'm going to be talking about when you get a bunkie that tries to put down on you. Check it out. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps, finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. KFROG TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and now do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today I'm going to be talking about what it's like when you get a cellmate that tries to put down on you. Alright? If nobody knows what put down on you means, that means tries to little boy you. You know what I'm saying? Tries to take you up under their wing. Possibly extort you. Try you. Insult you. Pick on you. You know what I'm saying? Take things. You know, stuff like that. When you get placed inside of certain places inside a prison, you're going to come across people that try to do these tactics to you because they want to try to get over on you. You know what I'm saying? They want to try all they can to be dominant, to be the alpha male. You feel me? And believe it or not, the ones that are most common to do it will be your own cellmate. Because if you think about it, there's what? Anywhere from 40 to 120, 130 inmates in one quad, one pod, or one unit, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. But it's easier when it's just you and that one person in a cell. That's the person that's going to be closest to you most of the time. You feel me? And then they ain't got to try to put down on you in front of everybody because y'all are behind that door together. Y'all share the same unit. Y'all share the same cell. That means that y'all live together. You feel me? That right there is the type of person that will try to take from you without you even understanding that's what they're doing. That's their tactic. You understand? And I'm going to be honest with you. For this video, I'm going to let you know my opinion on how you should handle the situation. And I'm going to tell you how it was when, you know, I got put in a cell and I seen these certain type of people and how I shut that shit down off rip. Okay? Because trust me, they are out there and they do try these type of things. And it ain't always got to be, you know, in a violent way. You get what I'm saying? Finessing can be the first step. If y'all ever heard my song Chain Gang Robbery, if not, check it out here on YouTube. Okay? It's the song that I use a clip of in the beginning for the intro. But even in that song, I talk about how first steps, finessing. Second steps, violence. You know what I'm saying? People will play friendly with you. They'll play cool with you. They'll look at each other's photo albums back and forth. You know, they'll feed you. They'll act like y'all are cool. Y'all are something. Like it's you and them against everybody else on the compound. But in all reality, you don't know if that individual is just trying to finesse you to get you to give them what you have. You understand? And once you get put in a cell with that person, it's a wrap, all right? Now, you got some people that don't want to play the friend role, you know, that don't want to play cool with you to get your shit. They literally want to try to put down on you. You feel me? Which means, like, they'll tell you straight up, hey, look, you're getting on the top bunk. They'll top bunk you. Make you get up out your bunk and get your shit and put it up top and you sleep up top. Me personally, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I prefer the top bunk. You know what I'm saying? But I won't let nobody top bunk me. You get what I'm saying? If it comes between me standing up and holding my own against a person who I feel like's trying to top bunk me, I'm going to stay on the bottom bunk. You get what I'm saying? Rather than get my shit and put it up there because I like it. You know, it's a respect thing. You feel me? But me, I prefer the top bunk. You know, there's plenty of reasons why. I did videos before speaking on it and everything. But I like the top bunk way better than the bottom bunk, you see? But I will never let somebody top bunk me. You know, come in there and tell me, hey, look, bro, this is what it is. Get your shit and put it up top. Like you see in movies, you feel me? One time I had an inmate got put in my cell in confinement. And he thought he could get me to get on the top bunk, you feel me? And I wasn't with that shit. But he didn't literally, like, confront me about it. What it was is, he was a bigger dude. He was a bigger black guy. His name was Gator. he got put in my cell, and I was on the bottom bunk, but I was signed to the bottom bunk. I didn't have a cellmate, you know what I'm saying? And regardless, I was assigned to the bottom bunk. Me, I didn't know this, you feel me? So when they put him inside my cell, he didn't really say nothing to me, but he just went to screaming on the door at the officers and shit, talking about how he's supposed to be on the bottom bunk. Yada, 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 this and that, blah, 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 blah. And here I'm in this little cell with him, you feel me? So it's like he's screaming at the officers about me. You basically, you know, but he ain't saying nothing to me. So I already felt like it was going to be some tension. I felt it was going to be like it was going to be some type of way, you feel me? So I was, you know, on beat, you know what I'm saying? I stood up. I wasn't going to be sitting on my bunk and let dude just rush me or anything. So I stood up. I was leaning against the wall, you know, acting like I was reading. You know, really I'm paying attention, though, to what's going on. You feel me? But he looked over at me and was like, yeah, bro, you know, this, it ain't got nothing to do with you, bro, but... You know, real shit, bro. I'm supposed to be on, you know, the bottom bunk, bro. You feel me? And he was way bigger than me and everything. And I believe it's 200. Like, to get a bottom bunk pass, you got to be 200 pounds or under. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get one if you weigh less, but they're not supposed to put you on the top bunk if you weigh over 200 pounds. And he was over 200 pounds. You see what I'm saying? He was bigger than me. So, when he was saying it to me and shit like that, you know, a part of me, you know, I like the top bunk. You feel me? A part of me was like wanted to be like, oh, well, shit, you know, it ain't nothing. You feel, but since he pulled that scene with the officers, arguing with the officers and shit, you know, I couldn't do that. You feel me? I could not just volunteer to get up on the top bunk like you would with one of your dogs. Like, oh, shit, I'll jump up on the top. It don't matter. You feel me? But I couldn't do that because it would have looked like a sign of weakness. It would have looked like he put down. The guards couldn't, you know, do nothing about it. And I didn't even know that I was assigned to the bottom bunk because I ain't had a bunkie in so long because I've been in the confinement so long that my bunkies kept rotating. They'd come in, get back on the pound, come in, get back on the pound. So, you know, I knew I was back there for a long ride. So I would be in a cell and I'd sleep on the top bunk. The bottom bunk would be completely empty. You see what I'm saying? That's how it was because I liked it. But at this particular time, I got tired of jumping up and down. So I stayed on the bottom. But then when them guards said, he's assigned to that bunk, he's assigned to that bunk. He's supposed to be on the bottom bunk. So then that's how I knew, okay, they put me in the system as the bottom bunk. You feel me? Which makes sense. So I couldn't just jump up there, you know, because I didn't want to look weak. I didn't want to look like, oh, bro, nah, I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll jump up there. Nah, I couldn't do it. So I stayed on the bottom bunk. You see what I'm saying? And big bro had to jump up there all the fucking time. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Now, you're going to have people that you get put in a cell with that when it comes to them putting down, they'll literally try the people that look the weakest and act the weakest. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody that goes to prison and you don't like to meet people or you don't do well around groups or crowds, of course you're going to stay in your shell. You're not going to be out there like this trying to be friendly with everybody and stuff. But the one person that's going to get you to speak is going to be your cellmate because that's the person you were behind the door with. You feel me? You're going to speak to that person regardless. Or they're going to speak to you. And even if there isn't no speaking, that's who's the closest to you while you're doing your bid. You feel me? And I've seen where certain cellmates put down on their, you know, their bunkie and extort them for food. Which means like when you get money on canteen on your card, anything you bring inside that cell, your cellmate's going to want some. You feel me? And not just some of the exact item you're eating, but in general. If you get $25 from your family on your card and you go hit that canteen window and you come in with $25, your cellmate who is putting down on you is going to try to take some of those items. You feel me? Even if he does it in a friendly manner, or he might be one of them bullied ones and just make you go hit the window. You feel me? He might tell you, hey man, go hit the window, man, get us some food. Or he'll be like, look, I'm going to tell what's it called, to get the officer to pop the door. You slide out there, bro, and you get me 5 bags of Cheetos. Or you get me 15 soups, a case of soups or something. You know, stuff like that. And a lot of people, to avoid problems, pay that. A lot of people who don't want no beef or want any type of situation to take place will literally pay that. And they'll feel like, as long as I pay this one person, you know, I'll be straight. He'll make sure no one else messes with me either. Because you think about it, if you're feeding him and you're breaking him off, of course he's going to stick up and say things to certain people who try to pick on you. But in all reality, the same other people who are probably trying to pick on you might be his homeboys. You feel me? And it might all be a setup to where they come at you, and then he intervenes and makes it look like he's getting them off you. You feel me? So you feel more comfortable paying him more and more because he's your cellmate. If it wasn't for him, these people would be trying to kill me. In our reality, those were his homeboys, and he probably sent them in the first place. That was the way to, like, you know, checkmate the whole situation, to make you feel like you needed his protection. These are the type of things that you got to be used to. You know what I'm saying? If you're someone that's going to just break bread and just hand it on over and let one of your cellmates put down on you and tell you what it is, then, you know, you're going to have a hell of a bid to go through. Because it isn't going to just happen once, if it happens. You know what I'm saying? People are going to peep game. People are going to know how you are. And the moment you get split up from that person to another quad or another institution or anywhere you go, word travels, and then someone else is going to try it. You feel me? And then it's going to be like you're paying dues throughout your whole bid. You feel me? So you got to make sure that you stand up for yourself. You got to make sure that you don't just let somebody put down on you. You know what I'm saying? I was always the type, like, I ain't bringing shit to the table unless my bunkie brings shit to the table too. There's no way I'm just going to hit the canteen window all the time, and even if he never asked for nothing. It's not like I'm going to just hit the window all the time, and every time I get something to eat, I'm going to get him something to eat. You feel me? Because then he'll play that friend role, that patiently waiting tactic, to where it's like, he'll never suspect that I'm, you know, trying to finesse him out of anything or that I want anything out of him, because I just play cool with him and I never ask him for nothing. He always offers. But once you start offering, the more you offer, the more and more they're going to want. The more and more they're going to just try to persuade you into getting things without them showing their hand. That's how it really goes down. You feel me? Now, you got other people that put down on their cellmates as far as not just the food, but as far as like cleaning the room. You feel me? If you get put in a cell with somebody and they try to make you clean all the time, you better stick up for yourself. Because if not, then it's going to be like you're the wife. You know what I'm saying? You're the bitch. You're the one that has to clean every single time. And if y'all get in trouble or fail cell inspection, when they come around to check the room and shit, and your bunkie's going to look at you and start screaming at you, that's what you're going to have to be used to. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. I always been the type, when it came to cleaning the room, we take turns. We switch days. You get what I'm saying? There's no way in hell that I'm doing the cleaning alone at all. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I don't give a damn if there's an invisible line. You feel me? I'm only going to do what I feel like I should do. You feel me? We both should clean. You know? It's sometimes good to lock in. You know, like make a lock in on what cleans who cleans what, and what's going to be done by who. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when you're in confinement and you lock in on what you sell on the trays to each other. Like, okay, I always get rid of my coffee cakes for the oatmeal. Okay, we're locked in, bro. Every time there's coffee cakes and oatmeal, we know we do the transaction. Same thing when it comes to cleaning the room. Okay, I'll do this, you do that. All right, you call that? All right, we locked in. Boom. So we already know. Boom, boom, boom. It's got to be both people that clean. If not, if that person has you just cleaning, then 9 times out of 10, if something goes wrong and you don't clean, or if it starts getting too dirty, or if you fail the cell inspection like I said, or if the guards say something, your bunkie will either blame it on you or he's going to take it out on you, and y'all are going to get in a fight over this shit. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, when you get put in a cell with somebody in prison, a lot of people do not like to clean. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a cellmate that likes to clean, you gotta appreciate that. Because I done been in some cells with some people who do not like to clean. You got to force them to clean. You know, and then it's kind of like, it's going to get you into some shit because you're not trying to be the one that does all the cleaning. But then you get a cellmate who refuses to clean, who doesn't like to clean, who is just dirty. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to tell them to shower. You feel me? Then you got all the fucking shit on the floor, like from not sweeping for days and stuff like that. And you look in the corners and everything, it looks all dust and shit and everything. You know, like the sink's dirty, the toilet's dirty. You know what I'm saying? You see these type of things. So you want to make your cellmate clean, because you're going to be like, man, he got me fucked up if he thinks I'm the only one that's cleaning. And then it leads to problems. You know what I'm saying? You may get put in a room with somebody who takes the cleaning seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like them old heads and people that been in there a while and stuff like that, they like to clean themselves. You know what I'm saying? You might get put in a cell to where he wants to do all the cleaning. You know,
wipes down the sink, the toilet, the mirror, you know what I'm saying? Sweeps, mops faithfully every single day. He tells you don't worry about it. He wants to do it because he don't want no tension from the guards. He don't want no problems with the officers. He don't want them to look at it and be like, look how dirty it is, you feel me? But that doesn't mean if you get an old bunkie or a young bunkie that just likes to clean, that doesn't mean that you're putting down on him because he's cleaning. That's just how he does his time, you feel me? But you can't take advantage of that, which means you can't be extra sloppy and extra dirty. And if he just got done sweeping and mopping, you just all of a sudden go in there and start fucking dirty and things, you know, there's a respect thing, or else that can lead to something, you see? That's why you got to be careful, because regardless, when they put you inside these cells, you can't control who they put you in there with. And you got to be ready for whatever comes with it, believe it or not. Some people can get along with their bunkies. Some people just can't. One thing's for sure, never ever let somebody put down on you, okay? I've seen people in cells with people that when their mail came, their bunkie had to read the mail first. Like, that right there is ridiculous. You feel me? Like, I would never ever let somebody put down on me like that. Think about it. Your mail comes from your peoples, and then your bunkie grabs it and reads it first. So you'll walk inside their cell, and there'll be mail sitting on the bunkie's bunk, and it's the other dude's mail. He didn't get to read it yet because his bunkie didn't read it first. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? They try to be all in your pot. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you got going on, whoever you write, whoever you talk to, whatever you're doing on the compound, whatever you're putting in, like job transfer or to go to school for education, whatever it is that your bunkie's going to be aware of that. Your bunkie is going to be in the mix because he's the closest one to you. They know what you got going on. And nobody really trusts anybody. So when you're writing something, you're filling out something, you know, your bunkie don't know if you're putting a kite in, if you're checking in, if you're, you know, dropping a dime on somebody else. You never really know what it is. And especially if you have a bunkie that, like, has contraband, cell phones, knives, cigarettes, tunchi, drugs, whatever, anything like that, stuff that you're not allowed to have, they're going to be extra precaution and be on your trail even more because they don't know if you're right up under them and you're dropping dimes on them and trying to get them caught up and shit like that, you feel me? But at the same time, I feel like you draw the line off rip. If somebody tries to put down on you, you tell them, look, this ain't what it is, you feel me? Yeah, I ain't on that shit, bro. I don't know what you think you got going on. We might as well go ahead and grid and get this over with. Straight up. And if they whoop you, if you lose the fight, it isn't like, okay, well, now that you lost the fight, you're the only one cleaning. You're cleaning the room. Nah, it don't work like that. You're going to have to keep getting whooped. You got to show him, I ain't picking that broom up. I ain't touching shit. I ain't cleaning nothing now. So that you want to try me and think I'm going to be the only one cleaning and you think you can force me to clean? I ain't cleaning shit. You know, you gotta make that be known. You get what I'm saying? You got to make it to where they know they can't just take you up under their wing and little bro you. You see what I'm saying? And everybody thinks just because you're on the top bunk that you got top bunked. You know what I'm saying? People think that. You can't let somebody put that type of, you know, character about you out there. You see? You cannot do that. If you sleep on the bottom bunk, and everybody knows you sleep on the bottom bunk, that's where you've been at for these past couple months, and you get a cellmate that comes in there, and then all of a sudden when they come up to your room now, like the other inmates or anything like that, and they see you're on the top bunk, that inmate's on the bottom bunk, you got to make sure it didn't look like he put you up there, bro. You just have to, or other people are going to start spreading rumors and shit around and telling lies and making it look like you got bunked. You got put up there, you feel me? That's why you got to make sure you draw that line off rip, you know what I'm saying? You can't whoop everybody, you know? Don't think that you could just draw the line to people you know or think you can whoop, you feel me? You got to do it to the ones that you're not sure you can whoop regardless. At the end of the day, your money's supposed to be on you. Against anybody. You're supposed to like you over anybody. No matter how much you feel like that person may whoop your ass, or how many people you seen that person beat up, or how more serious that person will take it than you will, you're still supposed to bet on yourself. You get what I'm saying? And you gotta sometimes get put in harm's way in order to draw the line. You see what I'm saying? Me, I've never had somebody tell me, oh, look, bro, you finna hit the canteen window. You finna get me this. We're finna eat this for dinner tonight. This is what we want. This is what I want. You go grab. I've never, ever had nobody ever talk to me like that. But I've been in people's cells vibing and shit, using different jacks and shit in different rooms. And, you know, because not every cell has good reception. So you might get put in a dorm to where everybody's got to go to this one cell on this side of the damn dorm in order to get reception. So you'll be in that room, there'll be like 6, 7 people, everybody on phones, you know what I'm saying? And I've been in cells and they're vibing on the jacks and shit and just hanging out, talking to hoes or whatever, kicking it. And then you'll see the person whose actual room that is, you know, you'll see them getting put down on by their bunkie. The bunkie say, nah, bro, you know what time it is, man. Get out of here, bro. Not right now, bro. You know what time it is, bro. You get, like, telling them they can't come in their own room. Nah, you can't lay down right now. This shit's rotating, man. We got people in here. You know, that's another thing. You feel me? You gotta make sure they know it's just as much room to you as it is them. You feel me? You gotta let them know that you're gonna stand up about your room. If you want fucking come in there and you want to lay down on your bed, or you want to tell them, man, look, everybody out of my room right now. I don't care if this is the only cell that got reception. You got me fucked up. Everybody out of my room. You got to make sure your bunkie's like, hey, y'all heard him. Time to wrap it up. You know, because if not, and then it's like he's trying to put down on you. You feel me? And if you're somebody that don't want to live that contraband life and you don't want contraband in your room, you're going to have to, you know, man up, and you're going to have to say something, because you may get put in a dorm to where you're about to, you know, you got some gain time that you done gained, you feel me? And you've been staying out of trouble because you want to go to work release, or you want to go home soon, or you're putting in a good adjustment transfer or something, so you're not trying to get in any trouble, shit like that. Or you might work out the gate, you feel me? So you're even better because now you're out there in fucking minimum custody, you feel me? That's where you get to go work with community custody and stuff. So you're trying the best you can to stay out of shit, but then you got a bunkie that wants to have all this contraband and all this traffic, you know, in and out of the damn cell like it's a trap, you feel me? Just like in real life, if neighbors and cops see a lot of people or a lot of cars going to one house, in and out, in and out, in and out, they're going to put 2 and 2 together. It's going to look the same to the guards inside a prison. Now all this traffic and shit in and out of this one cell, you know, next thing you know, boom, they blitz the room. All the contraband and everything they find in there, they're going to charge you and your bunkie with. So now you just got put in confinement because of the traffic and the operation that your bunkie had going. You feel me? So now you got to make sure you draw the line. And that's going to be disrespectful, you know, trying to draw the line like that when somebody's already got something going on, because here you just came into this quad, you just got in this room, and now you're trying to like tell them what to do with their room. You know, one person's going to feel tried regardless. That's why y'all got to be on the same level, and y'all got to come to a mutual respect understanding. Because if you think about it, if you've been in this cell before him, and he comes there and he tries to do anything you don't want him to do, or anything that you're not cool with, you're going to feel like he's disrespecting you, right? Just like him. When he comes there and he's trying to do this and you're telling him he can't, yada, 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 he's going to feel like you're disrespecting him. And then vice versa. If he's already been in that cell and he's been having traffic in and out and that shit's trapped out left and right, and you try to come in there and, oh, you want it to where, you know, you don't want to get in trouble and everything like that. You don't want the traffic, and you try to like intervene with that and say, look, man, I don't think we should do this or have this over here now. He's going to feel tried. And if you can't get him to stop doing that, you're going to feel tried. You see? So either way, it's like, it's only fit and it's only good when you and your cellmate are both on the same exact kind of time. You see what I'm saying? Or else it's going to complicate things. You feel me? Like every time I had a cell phone and I had business going on and was selling things and traffic in and out of my shit, any cellmate that I had that wasn't cool with that, we never really spoke, you know, and you could peep the tension. You feel me? You can't trust them. You think they're going to drop a dime on you. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't last long. Before you know it, you get him up out of your cell. That's the first thing that, it's another step that you have to do now. It intervenes with what you got going on. Boom, now you got to get him moved up out of there. You feel me? So then you go, boom, and you try to find someone else to switch with him that's willing to switch cells with him. You know what I'm saying? And then if there isn't any other just empty cells or empty spot where he's compatible with the other person in that cell. But if you find someone that's willing to swap with him, then you know what's going on. Then, you know, depending on what officer it is, you could speak to the officers and shit. Yada, 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 man. Can you move such and such from point A to point B, bruh, from point A to point, ba, 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 ba. And then the guards will put in the transfer in there, boop, 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 and then they move their shit. You see what I'm saying? Or you might just have to fade them and tell them, look, this is what it is. Ain't shit changing. We hustle over here. We get money. We're not laying down for nothing. We're going to get paid while we're in here. Or you could just, both of y'all agree, look, man, we ain't finna do nothing, bro. We finna just keep that shit up out of our cell. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? But getting a bunkie that tries to put down on you is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because they will not understand the answer no. You feel me? When you try to tell them no to something, it's going to lead to physical violence. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people that get put down on by their cellmate are scared to tell their cellmate no. You see what I'm saying? No, it ain't happening. No, I ain't on that shit. No, I ain't getting it. No way. Hell no. Like, people are scared to say that. They think it's going to lead to shit. And 9 times out of 10 it is, because you already opened that door. You feel me? If you don't let that door open and you shut down any type of bad door from the get-go, you shouldn't have that type of problem. You get what I'm saying? I personally never been through any of that many situations to where I ever had to worry about that anywhere I went. I walked into cells with my chin up. I ain't give a damn who my bunkie was. I didn't give a damn what my bunkie had going on. I don't give a damn what gang he was in. I didn't care about none of that shit, because at the end of the day, I'm going to hold my own. You feel me? If I get put in a room with a blood, I know at the end of the day, the Bloods are going to respect me. If I get put in a room with a GD, I knew at the end of the day, the GDs were going to respect me. Regardless, because I knew what I'm capable of. I know how to handle my own. You feel me? I'll never forget when I got out of the confinement at Calhoun one time and they put me in H dorm. You feel me? I'm not sure if it was H1 or H3, but I think H2 was confinement. It's a T building. But I want to say it was H1 that I was in. So H1, I'll never forget when I got out of confinement. I had just did a fresh 60-day bid in the box now. And this was my first time in another dorm, you know, other than where I was at. I was in C dorm first, and then I went to confinement for a phone, got out 60 days later. By the time I got out, nobody knew who I really was then, you feel me? It was after my first box bid, you know what I'm saying? And when I got out, I got all my property from laundry, and I had just hit for $100 worth of canteen the day that I went to confinement, you feel me? So when I got out, I had all that shit, you feel me? And they put me in H dorm, and I was in the far back at the end of the quad, up the stairs, corner room to the left. And I remember when I was walking in, fresh out the box, white boy, blue eyes, looked a little skinny and shit from starving back there. And I remember I was walking with a big old Santa Claus sack. I had to walk by every single cell. All the people were downstairs, all sitting there looking at me, smoking their cigarettes and shit. Everybody was like, you feel me? I had to walk by everybody and then go up the stairs and boom, the back corner, and I didn't have a bunkie. I didn't have no cellmate. And to make it even worse, there was no lockers in that cell. You feel me? So me, I was prepared for whatever. I was like, man, somebody gonna try to run in here and rob. You feel me? I don't even have a locker to put my shit in. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to rob. So then when I leave the cell, you feel me? It's easy to hit a lick. You feel me? If they run in there, you know, there's no way to like lock the locker. You know what I'm saying? But in that quad, people were lifting the lockers up and moving them from cell to cell. So when you go in there, it'd be a big old rust square on the floor, like a square, big old rust spot where you could tell that they were supposed to go. People done broke them bitches off the floor. You feel me? Working out with them, you know, hitting people in the head with them and shit like that. So there was none in there. You feel me? And I went in there with my chin up and was thinking like, man, I'm finna, you know, someone gonna try to rob. I'm gonna have to stab the shit out of them. You feel me? And I was prepared for that. And I was on my, you know, walking around on my tippy toes and was ready for it, you know, thinking that this is what's gonna happen. And believe it or not, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people respected me because the way that I was, they said me walking in there like that, walking by everybody and looking at everybody and wasn't worried about shit, they felt like, damn, that white boy must know people, or he's got to be a somebody, bro, to do that, bro. People don't normally do that. Like, they were looking at me like I was crazy. Like, there's no way he's doing this if he doesn't know people, or he's doing this if he's not living like that. You feel me? There's no way. White boys definitely got to know somebody or know something or something. That's how it was. And really, I was new. I had been at that compound for like, I'd say 75 days. I was only on the pound for like 15 days before I caught the 60 days in the box. And then got out and got put in H dorm. So I didn't really know people, you know, at all. But I carried my own. You see what I'm saying? Nobody tried to come and put down on me. But you got to be prepared for it. Because when you least expect it, it'll happen. You know what I'm saying? And it be your cellmates, man. Believe it or not. Those are the ones that try to put down. You see what I'm saying? And crazy thing is, while I was in that same dorm, 2-3 days later, whole group of people come in from the confinement. Now they get out. shit like that. As soon as they come in, boom, 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 I see them go to their cells. You see all the other people that are in the quads get together. 3 go that way, 4 go that way, and they go into themselves and start putting down on them, trying to rob them and trying to tell them, look, this is what it is. You got to pay rent in here, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just sitting over there standing in the corner. See, I had, by me being at the back of the quad, you know, I was able to like stand right there at the side of where you walk up the stairs at, and I could see all the cells on this side where I'm at and all on this side, and then you got the little catwalk that goes over, and then you can see the officer station outside the dorm, inside the bubble, inside the booth over there. But I could see it all. They can't really see all the way down there like that, the guards. You feel me? But I could see. It was like the jungle. Hands down, it was like if somebody wanted to run in my room and try to kill me, it can happen. Like, there was no way that they couldn't. The cameras couldn't see in my thing or nothing like that. You feel me? It was the spookiest cell I've ever had. Let's put it that way. Because I was, even though everybody played cool with me, my neighbors and shit, and the people across on that side and shit like that, I didn't trust nobody because I didn't have a cellmate. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't. And then eventually I got me a locker. You know what I'm saying? I got me a lock and everything like that. But that don't mean nothing. People can come in there and make you either open that shit or they can break into that shit themselves. You see what I'm saying? It's not that hard. You feel me? But them same other people that came in, boy, was getting put down on. You know, and I was looking like, damn, okay, so they really fuck with me, bro. And they just felt like I carried myself different. After a while, they all got to know me. All the vultures and robbers and killers and all that, they liked me. You see what I'm saying? And I handled my own. But, like I said, if you get put in a cell with somebody who does try to put down on you, man, draw that line. Do not let that shit go on, because word travels and it'll only come back to make your bid even worse. Okay? But anyways, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all do me a solid favor, man. Drop in the comment section if you've ever had someone try to put down on you. If you've ever seen someone get put down on. If you've ever had a cellmate that tried to put down on you. Or were you ever the one that got away with putting down on somebody? If so, drop it in the comment section. You want to believe how much these comments help individuals around the world. They don't just listen to me talk. They read what you have to say as well. Same thing with me. Y'all watch what I say and I look at what y'all write. That's simple. Alright? But anyways, I appreciate y'all watching, man. Like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, lying ass motherfuckers off YouTube. Keep them clowns out your circle, man. And the motherfuckers that try to put down on you, break their jaw as soon as they fucking flinch. Simple as that. Till next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though, cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.